It's the first weekend of summer and I have food for it. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein. Join me today for a virtual pool full of recipes for Memorial Day pool party. Today on SoFlo Taste. Everybody in the pool! How fun is that? Hello Taste Buds, welcome to SoFlo Taste here in the Goya kitchen at JA World in Coconut Creek. And even though the calendar does not agree, welcome to what is known as the first weekend of summer, Memorial Day weekend. And what does summer bring? Celebratory cookouts, beach bashes, and pool parties. And even though each of these may take place in a different location, there's one thing they all should have in common: great food. So today I thought it would be fun to invite you to my virtual pool party here at the Goya kitchen at JA World. It may not be as refreshing or relaxing as the real thing, but I do guarantee good food. Okay all, food's on its way, so let's get cooking. I'm gonna make a delicious marinated chicken that you can do outside on the grill, or we can do it inside in a grill pan. You can do it in the oven, whatever you want, but it's really about the marinade. And please don't marinate this chicken for too long, because it really soaks it in quickly and it's pretty intense. We're just gonna throw in 1 whole shallot, 1 whole garlic clove into the blender. We're gonna add to it a little bit of brown sugar, light brown sugar for this one. And then we've got a little bit of fish sauce, which is also called nuoc cham, which is Vietnamese fish sauce is what I have with me. A little bit of soy sauce. And then finally some sesame oil and a little bit of just plain old canola or grapeseed or safflower oil. Anything without much flavor. Let's go ahead and blend that up until it is nice and smooth. Oh my goodness, I forgot about the most important part, the lemongrass. The part up at the base is really the most important part. The rest of it, if you want, you can soak and make into teas and you can marinate whole, but this part is really the heart of it. So what you do is take the dull side of the knife and you just beat up the base. And this will pretty much come apart the way it needs to naturally. You see how this part on the tippity top just comes right off? So this is what we're going to discard, because this can get a little bit bitter. And then the most important part I'm going to use is up to about right here, which is still the soft point. And we're throwing it in a blender. You don't have to chop it too fine. So I'm just going to cut it into slices. And I'm going to throw all that into the blender. If you can't find lemongrass, you can always use lemon zest in its place. All right, let's do this again. Okay, so once that is smooth, you're gonna go ahead and cut up your chicken. I used boneless, skinless breast of chicken, but you can use thighs. It's really up to you what you want to use. So if you're grilling outside, it's really important that you soak your skewers for at least an hour. That way they don't flame up when you grill them. So I'm going to go ahead and thread some pieces of chicken, and it's up to you how big you want them to be. These are approximately, I would say, about 1.5 to 2 inch pieces, and they probably weigh about 2 ounces each. Let's go ahead and start grilling them. Now there is oil, as you saw, in the marinade. So I'm actually not going to throw any oil in this pan at all. Plus, I actually want it to char and get a little bit of stickage so that it caramelizes. So let's make a couple skewers. And I personally think we are off to a great start today. So I'm going to keep skewering. We're going to grill these up so that when you come back, I can show you how to make the most beautiful summer rolls. Some more of my recipes perfect for your summer get-together after the break. Make sure you come right back. Zaki, no running by the pool. Oh, that boy.
There's still more from the Goya kitchen at JA World and Michelle.
back to SoFlo Taste. We, of course, are keep the beach ball in the pool. Thank you. Welcome back to SoFlo Taste and my virtual pool party. So we are making summer rolls next to a beautiful lemongrass grilled chicken. And the chicken is so addictively good. You have to try this recipe. Don't overcook it though. I think I'm done. So let's put these over here. Look how beautiful they are. They really caramelize thanks to a little bit of that brown sugar in that recipe. So let's jump right into a summer roll. A summer roll is something that is just perfect for right now. It is fresh, it's not fried. All you need is rice paper, which you can get in different sizes. And what I love about it is that it is totally gluten-free and it's fresh and delicious. You can make your favorite dipping sauces. I'll be serving this with a peanut sauce, which you will find on my recipes at SoFloTaste.com. This is warm water. Just put a piece of that rice paper into warm water, and we're gonna let that soak and get soft for just a moment. It gets really pliable. And you'll want something to put it on to just kind of dry it off a little bit, and this is just some paper towels. Let me tell you about the ingredients, and then we'll jump right into rolling. So over here we've got long slices of cucumber. I use the European one because I don't like the big seeds. Baby carrots, some transparent noodles, glass noodles, which are also made of rice. We've got some toasted sesame seeds, some mint leaves, some basil, and then of course your favorite soft, nice lettuce. And you don't want to walk away from these rice papers because they'll get so soft that you won't be able to use them. Let's make our first one with one single rice paper, and then the next one we'll make it with 2 pieces of rice paper and see which one we like better. So it's become soft, so I went ahead and put it on the paper towel. Let's put 2 pieces of rice paper into the water. Make sure that they're kind of stuck together when you do that. And let's go ahead, before this dries, remove the rice paper from the paper towel because it will stick. You see how it becomes kind of like soft and transparent? So you really see everything that's inside of it. You could put edible flowers in here. You can really make it a piece of artwork, and it's up to you what you want to put in it. So I'm going to start out with a piece of lettuce to kind of hold the whole thing together. Let's start with the noodle to go right inside of that lettuce. And then some herbs, a little toasted sesame, and then our crunchy vegetables. Not too many. If you overcrowd it, you're gonna have a hard time rolling it. So let's put this like so. The first thing I'm gonna do is roll this side up. Be careful, the crunchy vegetables can easily puncture the rice paper. And then we'll start rolling it over, folding it up again, and there you have it. This gorgeous rice paper roll. You see how I have everything kind of coming up out of it. I mean, you can make a closed one, but I really love having it like this. And then I have some damp paper towels right here because these can dry out real easily. And so what you want to do is always put it in between some damp paper towels. So what I'm going to do is I have one on the bottom. We'll cover it with the one on the top. And then you can make these ahead of time. You can serve these much later on in the day. I just wouldn't let it go for 24 hours because then they start getting a little stiff. So here's my rice paper with a two-ply. Let's do the same thing. So we've got our lettuce and our noodles. And you can play with these ingredients. Traditionally, this goes with shrimp on the inside. But, you know, like I said, you can put anything. Even crab meat is really yummy in here too. A couple of those cucumbers, a little bit of baby carrot, and then let's do the same thing. Let's fold it over. And I think I like the double ply. I have to tell you, I think it's going to hold everything in even better. Okay, pull it all towards you as if you were rolling a cigar, and then fold, keep rolling over. Look how lovely that is. We have the beautiful lemongrass chicken, and then we've got these gorgeous rice paper rolls. So for this dish, I'm gonna serve it with a peanut sauce. And again, you'll find my peanut sauce on SoFloTaste.com website. So I would just go ahead and serve that alongside. And then we have a gorgeous, refreshing dish, really for any time. Everybody, it's time for lunch. Hurry up, you got 10 minutes. All right, come right back.
SoFlo Home Project is coming up right after the food.
Stay tuned to SoFlo Taste. We'll be right back. Welcome back to SoFlo Taste and our virtual pool party. We have so many great recipes today. I am thrilled to show you this next one. But speaking of recipes, if you scan this QR code you see here on my ingredients list throughout the show, you'll be taken to the SoFlo Show's page. There you'll find all of my recipes. So speaking of recipes, this one is one of my favorites. It's called Grand Aioli. Grand Aioli. Aioli is, of course, a flavored mayonnaise. So you can really throw in here any ingredients you want to kind of dip. It's kind of like crudité platter. I guess you could say in France, a lot of times they do it with mussels and codfish, but I think shrimp would probably be the best thing to serve. Let's go ahead and poach these shrimp off quickly and easily. I'm just going to squeeze a half a lemon into the boiling water and just kind of throw that half lemon in there. I also have a little bit of Old Bay. I love the flavor of Old Bay. If it's not your favorite, you can just do a little bit of salt. It's really up to you. My water is boiling. I like to bring it down to a little less of a boil, maybe more of a simmer to poach pretty much anything, because I think that boiling is a little harsh for the food. And go ahead and throw in as much shrimp as you want. Of course, speaking of shrimp, these are from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, where we got this shrimp. But Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market sells pretty much everything and anything. I love them. Check them out at delawarechicken.com. You can always call them at 954-983-6831. Place an order or just go there. They're at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. And don't forget Dad on June 19th, because Delaware is now taking orders for Father's Day. They'll be closed on Monday in observance of Memorial Day. So when you go, make sure you tell them Michelle sent you. All right, so these shrimp are going to quickly cook. So I always make sure I have a little bit of ice water on hand. You also don't necessarily need the ice water if you have a refrigerator or a freezer right near you, because you could just pull them out, put them on like a cookie sheet, and throw them right in your fridge. Either way will do. So let's finish poaching these. They'll only take about a minute, and these are about ready. These are gorgeous. I'm gonna let them cool for a minute while I teach you how to make the aioli. Normally, most people do this in a food processor or in a blender, but I really wanted to show you the way that I learned how to make mayonnaise. It's a little bit more muscle, but it's really great. So in here I have, oh, before I start, sorry. I have a wet paper towel. You can use a wet towel, either one. You need something to really hold that bowl steady, okay? 1 egg, a yolk, the juice of about half a lemon to a lemon, depending on how tart you like it. A little bit of Dijon mustard, not too much because it'll take over the flavor. I've got some confit garlic, which is garlic that has been cooked in oil until very soft, but as you can see, there's no color on it. I'm not looking for the caramelization. I just smash it a little bit with a spoon and put that right in there as well. I always keep water on hand when I make mayonnaise, because if it gets too thick, you can always add a little bit of water. And then, of course, we need a nice amount of salt. This is probably either peanut, safflower, or canola oil. I like oils that don't have a lot of flavor. Another oil that is a little more expensive but really delicious for things like this is avocado oil. Let's go ahead and mix this until it's homogeneous, and then we'll start drizzling in the oil. And it's really easy to use it from like a measuring pitcher like this, because you know some oils are big and a little heavy, and it's not so easy to pour a steady stream of oil out of something like that. And as you can see, the reason why I have the towel underneath is because I can't hold my bowl steady and drizzle lightly oil at the same time. So we are starting to thicken up. This is my favorite, when I actually see the stream of the oil going into the mayonnaise, because that's when you know you are almost at mayonnaise. We could actually add in about a gallon or 2 gallons of oil if we wanted to right now. It really depends on how light of a color and flavor you want your mayonnaise to be, or aioli at this point. So this is getting pretty tight, as you can see here. So right now, I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. You see how it loosens up real nicely? So now we can keep going. All right, let's talk about the grand platter for the aioli, or aioli. We've got poached asparagus, some beautiful baby romaine or gem lettuce. We've got poached off little fingerling potatoes, as well as cooked snap peas and green beans. Everything is just cooked in a little bit of salted water. The mayonnaise is done, or now it's actually an aioli. I'm just gonna pour that in the center where I have a little bowl for dipping. Oh, how beautiful. Let's go ahead and finish our platter. So here I have some hard-boiled quail eggs. If you wanted, you can use hard-boiled eggs, cut them in half. We've got some roast golden beets, which are delicious. They've been roasted. You can cook them in water. I like them better in the oven, peeled, cut up. That can also go on your platter over here. And then finally, we have these beautiful radishes to add some color to this. Let's go ahead and kind of place them strategically around these veggies. And then finally, the shrimp. If you have allergies in your family, like I do, you can serve the shrimp in a little dish on the side. Or if you don't have any allergies in your house, which good for you, you can go ahead and put your shrimp and mix it onto this platter as well. Food's almost ready, y'all. It's gonna be a party. Come right back, because I'm gonna show you some fun tricks. You won't believe it. Ooh. SoFlo Taste will return right after this. Back to SoFlo Taste as I give you recipes for your Memorial Day pool party. As I always am, I'm here at the wonderful JA World in Coconut Creek, a great place dedicated to our kids. For more information, go to jasouthflorida.org or call 954-979-7100. Now back to SoFlo Taste and my virtual pool party. No splashing, please. It'll ruin my makeup. Okay, moving on. Last couple things I wanted to teach you. Everybody has to drink some kind of a lemonade right now, right? Lemonade's delicious, and there's all kinds of lemonades, but I love strawberry basil lemonade. So what I did was make a simple syrup, equal parts of water and sugar. I added about a handful of fresh basil and strawberries that are cut up. It made this beautiful liquid. What we're gonna do is remove the basil from it and muddle it just a little bit before straining it into a pitcher. So instead of ice cubes, why not have some strawberries and freeze them? They make amazing ice cubes. They're so fun. The kids will love it, and you'll have a great time with it. So we're going to strain the syrup right into the pitcher that we're making the strawberry basil lemonade in. And make sure you use the back of a spoon to press any excess out of there. And I've let this strawberry basil simple syrup sit for a little while so that it's not too hot when we make it. Next thing we're gonna do is add some ice water and some lemonade. So I'm gonna go about a quarter of the way up with the lemon juice, and then the rest is ice water. To me, adding ice to it is kind of silly when you have the frozen strawberries and you have ice water already. Everything is really cold in here. So we've got our frozen strawberries in the glass. Let's go ahead and pour the strawberry basil lemonade. If you'd like, for the adults, you can add a little bit of vodka. You can add a little bit of tequila. You can make it a little more adulty. So there's one last thing before we go. I wanted to show you frozen grapes. All you have to do is take your favorite grapes and just take them off the stem and put them on a sheet pan like this, and they freeze. Let me just show you real quick how cool this is. This is really hard, but see? a frozen grape. Just perfect. And then we'll bag them up and give them to the kids. I just want to thank you, Taste Buds, for coming to my virtual pool party. If you've had a real pool party or outdoor event for this Memorial Day weekend, try these recipes. They're virtual pool tested. Next week, I'll be giving another in my series of quick, easy, delicious shows. I'll be making one pan bone-in pork chops, sheet pan French toast with citrus and berries, and my twist on the Korean classic bibimbap. So join me next week here on SoFlo Taste. Now, say good morning to design expert Elena Capra, host of SoFlo Home Project. Good morning, Elena. What's up next on SoFlo Home Project?
Hi, Michelle. Good morning. So today we are talking about optimizing the square footage within your home. Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, we take a look at design solutions for those awkward spaces.
So my taste buds, please be smart, be safe, and be vaccinated, and stay where you are for SoFlo Home Project with Elena. I'll see you next week. Goodbye and good taste. Marco!